record the meeting. So thank you for that. Next, does anyone want to share out about, there have been some really cool things happening at the schools right now. The end of the year is always just such a fun time. Anyone want to share a few things that they might have observed or experienced in the last couple weeks? Yes, Darcy.
I will share. I am the school counselor that supports our non-public schools also. And last Friday at Rochester Central Lutheran, they had their track and field day. And what they do is they have these groups of families, one kindergartner, one second grade, all the way up to 8th grade. And then they have a relay race. So the 8th graders kick it off and they hand the baton over to the kindergartner, who runs back to the 1st grader, who runs to the second. It was outstanding to see these little groups of families cheering each other on. And I'm like, wow, I'm bringing that to Pinewood next year. It was outstanding.
That's a great idea.
Yep.
Others? Jean, do you want to talk about the STEM night that you got a chance to observe?
Me, Jean? Yes, it was amazing at Willow Creek, designed especially for EL students and their families. And there were high school students there and adults, lots of adults, who were hosting different tables. And at every table, there was a science experiment that kids could do. The adults helped the students, and there were also pictures showing what the steps would be in doing these experiments so that kids could follow those. There was food, there was all sorts of interactive activities for kids. So they were learning science, they were having fun. It was really a great opportunity too for the older students to be teachers for the younger ones. And then there was another, in the gym, there was a drone. Police department brought a drone and they had bikes that kids could try. So it was fabulous. And Melissa was there with lots of pizza.
Yes, lots and lots of pizza. We've got about 150 people, so that was a good turnout. Amy, did you have your hand up?
I know, you think that's kind of crazy, don't you? So I'm working remote, you guys, and our street is really busted up. Carrie can attest to this. Some days we can drive down it, some days we can't. But I would give a shout out to the older elementary kids that are taking care of the younger elementary kids, as the bus stop has had to have some extreme flexibility and parks and stops in kind of different places every day. But it's been fun to watch some older ones and their leadership help where they've had to cross differently or figure out where he's going to stop differently. And they've had to, it's kind of this moving stop right now. And so it's been fun to watch it when they get off, that like everybody's kind of trying to help take care of everybody. And that's fun to see.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. And thanks those of you who were able to share. So today is a little bit about our end of year review, where part of what we're required to do is survey families, survey staff. This is a small piece of that requirement. We go beyond this, but this group is a good kind of litmus test of what's going well, what we need to continue to work on. And so I'm just going to first talk about where we've been and then give you guys an opportunity to talk about where we might want to go. So first, before we move, for those of you who are not aware, Julie Ruzick, I don't think she's on this call. She is actually home sick. Yeah, you guys know the rest of that story probably. But she has a new job. She's the executive director of Cradle to Career. And so please, if you get a chance to see her, celebrate her. Frankly, my heart is broken. She is not only my favorite, one of my favorite people in the school district. She's one of my favorite people on earth. So yeah, Claudia keeps apologizing because Claudia gets to spend each day with my favorite person on earth. So I am very sad, but that's still no reason not to celebrate her. Jean Marvin and I are going to go teepee and egg her house later on this summer when it's really hot, so it smells really good. So, but so when you see Julie, okay, perfect. When you see Julie Knox, congratulate her. I'll still get to work with her in some capacity in our partnership with Cradle to Career, but I am very sad to see her leave. She's, like I said, she's amazing. Some of what we've done this summer, or this past year, so things that you've heard about. You heard from Nicole and Jennifer in the Southeast Regional Crisis Center about mental health services that are available to youth. Claudia's putting some information on there. Okay, we will. I will put that in the notes, Claudia, so that we can share it out. A Facebook Live event with Cradle to Career on, it looks like May 19th. So Nicole also came and talked to us a little bit about the car seat safety. That was actually another Nicole, but I'm getting my Nicoles confused because people are writing in the chat and texting and my phone is ringing. So I apologize for that. But they came and told us about mental health resources that are available throughout Rochester to everyone. So that was one thing we learned about. We also had a chance to hear about the budget updates from John Carlson and give an opportunity to reflect on the input sessions that were happening throughout the district. Well, we don't want to listen to it again. We heard about the strategic planning, that our strategic plan, I think, is coming out maybe this week or next week. Jean, do you have an update on when that might be shared broadly?
Yeah, it'll be first meeting in June.
Okay, so first week in June, we'll hear about the strategic plan. That's, we've gotten much input from families across the district. Denise has been helping coordinate that, which has been super helpful. We learned about our Rochester full service community schools. In this particular instance, we learned about the Phoenix Academy from Jasmine. We know that currently there are 5 community schools, but expanding to 8 by the fall. So that process has been great. Community Schools for Rochester also got $1 million grant, just in excess of $1 million over the course of 3 years, to help expand and support our community schools, which has been has done really good things for kids as well. We heard about Safe Routes to School. So Safe Routes to School is a grant-funded program through Rochester Public Schools that helps boost biking and walking to school. If you watch KTTC News or follow the Post Bulletin, you probably saw some pictures on our Bike to School Day, where we had an opportunity for our middle school students at the biking part happened at all the middle schools, but the one that was on the news happened at John Adams. And the kids have been doing an after-school program where they help repair bikes, and that at the end of the program, they each got a free bike, which was pretty exciting. And that is happening at a couple of our other middle schools as well. And then once the kids got their bikes, they got helmets and they got some some training, safe training and riding lessons. And then the middle schoolers rode to Gage and biked around Gage with some of the elementary kids. So there again, it's an opportunity for leadership skills for our middle schoolers and to interact with some adults throughout the district as well. We've had lots of COVID changes throughout the district. We're in a much better place than we have been in the past, but we did hear from Jen Erke in the beginning of this year, and now fortunately some of that is somewhat behind us. I say with cautious optimism. We talked a little bit about, it's called Learning Heroes, and the difference in alignment between sometimes parent thinking and school thinking, and how we can better bring those two thought processes in alignment. Because what we know about our students is that their testing may not be coming in at the same grade level thought process than parents. So we talked about that during one of our sessions. We also had Willie visit us, Willie Tipton. I think I saw him join us here too, from the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Department. He talked about our efforts in human resources and how we hope to expand our teachers and staff of color in terms of hiring practices. And also, we're always looking for more people. So if you're a parent and you're looking for a job, Khadija Ali, you can come work for us. I'm not Deneen, Claudia. Okay, those are all good options. We looked at mental health, student mental health, and talked a little bit about where our staff is as well, and the mental health well-being that we're examining for students through panorama data, through mental health supports throughout the district, through our mental health practitioners that are embedded in the school, the partnerships we have with Fernbrook and Prairie Care, and all the mental health supports that are available, in addition to doing activities for all students like our angst film screenings at the middle school level and that sort of thing. We talked a little bit about talking points at Rochester Public Schools. Those pilots have been rolled out. We have school champions that absolutely love talking points, and we're looking forward to embedding it in all schools in the upcoming year. We looked at our Spanish immersion program at Gage with Katie Miller, and that's an option for families who are interested in our district-wide option programs throughout Rochester. Additionally, this one hasn't been implemented yet, but we are working on some district-wide option videos based on a suggestion from Khadija Ali that helps in multiple languages, that helps parents know the dates when they have to start expressing interest, the process of district-wide options, the process of our applications. We're looking at getting those in multiple languages as well. So, and all that is suggestion from our partners from Pamoja Women and our Somali families. So that's exciting opportunity coming up. We talked a little bit about Make It Stick and the curriculum that we have in our schools now, and some other opportunities to expand what we're doing as staff and as parents. And then we looked at our family. Okay, so I know this is like not a huge thing, but for me, you guys have no idea the work that went into this little thing. So I'm hoping you all use it forever. And I'm going to use it in a lot greater depth next year. But if you look at our family and community engagement page on RPS, what you'll know is that now our district, these meetings are put up this almost the same day as they're recorded onto our Rochester Public Schools our rochesterschools.org website. So families can watch this video almost immediately after the meeting. Additionally, on the same page is a live calendar feed. So you can see today's meeting, you can see upcoming events. All the events that I talk about in this meeting, I also put on our Google Calendar. So it's a quick and easy way to get access to the meetings that are happening throughout the district. Although, again, it seems like a little thing, it was a lot of work, and I'm super proud of it. And in many ways, it feels like a long time coming, but I'm very excited to be able to share that small thing with all of you. So that's a reflection on where we've been this year. And when I look back at the year, I really go, wow, we did really cover a lot of things. But what I would like in this next breakout session is for all of you to take 10 or 15 minutes, reflect on what we've done, what you've enjoyed the most, what's been most useful to you both as staff, community members, supports persons in like Pamoja and supporting community members, and then additionally our families and parents. With our updates, I don't know what I don't know, so it's really helpful to me if I know what's missing. So we're going to do this as a group, and then we're going to, hi Ramona, welcome. We're going to do this as small breakout groups, and then we're going to come back, do some sharing, and then we're going to do an individual survey, so you'll have a chance to put your feedback in surveys as well. So give me 1 minute. Does anyone have questions about what we're going to do in the breakout rooms? Okay, I'll put you in rooms, reflect on what we've done this year and what's still missing. You should be ready to go. So I'm still seeing B and May. Are you having trouble getting into a breakout room? Janine, Kara, Katie? Hi, Khadija.
I was by myself in the room.
Oh, I'll sign you to a different one.
Okay. That's why I came back. Should I join? Is it the breakout 5? You're muted.
The other two people in your group left. I'll get you in a different one.
Okay.
Are you seeing it, Khadija?
Is it the breakout 5?
It's breakout 1.
Okay. Nope. It says the only one that I can join says is the breakout 5 one. I didn't see another one. Oh.
Now?
Yep.
Melissa, are you on here?
I need to assign you to a room, Katie.
No, I went the wrong direction. No, I just need to apologize. I was on the phone with Connie, so I had to not participate for a little bit. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, are you able to jump in the room now?
Yes. Maybe. How do I see I'm invited, but I don't know where to go.
Let me see. Did that work, Katie?
Nothing pop. Oh, join. Yep, got it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm hoping at this time I might just stop the share for now, and we could do some just brief share outs, and then I do have in the chat a form that I would like everyone to do to give individual feedback as well. But if we could just have a few share outs about the reflection, I would appreciate hearing from some of the groups.
I'll speak for our group quickly because I have to join another call. We appreciate your calendar, Melissa, but we also all acknowledge we need to be better stewards of sending you stuff and reminding families of it. So I don't know if there's a way to highlight in your notes, maybe a link to the calendar or something so that we get more familiar with using it and sharing it, because I think it's a great first step for families, you know, to see what their all is. So it's great, and it's come a long way, and then we just have to be better about trying to figure out how to share it and use it.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you, Amy.
I'll go. And I must admit, I haven't been to a lot of the meetings at all this year, but when I do attend, or the information that you send out, Melissa, with the flyers are so helpful, because every time I get the flyer, there's a resource I know I can connect with a family. And so I truly appreciate that. And we also brought up in our this class, it would be nice if this could be a PD at the beginning of the school year, and then all of us attending, because during the day, during the regular school year, because of the time frame being real busy, but this would be wonderful as a PD for us and everybody to attend and get credit for it and so forth, and start the year off, you know, with some of the information that you all will be passing to us. So, you know, we appreciate the information. Just want to be more involving, as the other lady said, that making sure that our families are able to get this information. Thank you.
Love that. Thank you, Ramona. I got the notes and I love that. Thank you so much. Other groups? Jean's smiling at my wait time. It's impressive, right?
Well, group one had a lot to say. I mean, that was awesome. And a few messages from this group. One of them is that the presentations given here have been incredibly instructive and interesting. There was a little discussion that sometimes they might be a little longer than they need to be, because people really value that opportunity to have conversations with each other, and to and not sure if this is exactly the right venue or not, but to have teachers and parents, for instance, really be able to talk about an issue, you know, maybe a controversy that's happening, and understand that better. Khadija, just today, she gave some really important information about working with Somali community and families who may not completely understand English, and when their children have issues at school, the children are the interpreters. And as we know, these kids are smart, and they sometimes will give a story that's not exactly factual, but that's really important, that we make sure that we are really engaging with families, regardless of language, and doing a better job of educating them. And one thing we talked about too, because every time I come to one of these meetings, I take the information to the superintendent. One thing I told him is, we need to make sure that our secondary schools are having better parent information sessions where parents can come and ask questions and get answers and talk with each other. And at least once a quarter, we need to be doing that so that they understand everything from discipline to registration to how to fill out a FAFSA to where are opportunities for kids to get credit outside of schools, and the P-TECH program, C-TECH program, honors classes. We need to do a better job.
Yeah, and I think
That's not your responsibility. That's the district's responsibility. But
yeah,
the impetus from that came from this group.
sure. No, and I think I agree, and I think that's awesome feedback. And like I said, I'm here to listen today, and so it's great when a group hears it and there's consensus in the thinking. So it's helpful. Anyone else want to share out before we do the magic survey? Okay, so it is in the chat. If you could just take the next 5 or so minutes, click the survey link, and then somebody come back and give me a thumbs up when you feel like you've finished the survey. That would be great.
I finished, Melissa.
Thanks, Kim. Thumbs up. Other people done? Okay. Thank you all for taking the time to do that, and thank you for your feedback. Next, I'm just going to share some quick updates and then turn you all loose again into the beautiful weather. So graduation dates coming up, all on the same day: Century, John Marshall, Mayo. And shoot, I did it again. I forgot to include the ALCs on here. My apologies. I will make sure it gets sent out with the minutes. But with the June 4th dates, Century, John Marshall, Mayo, families get to choose a time. So make sure if you're included in one of those 3 celebrations, you choose your time. Mask update. Unfortunately, I do have to give one of these where they made an update to the class for the classroom thresholds at the elementary level. Beginning this Monday, when a class or staff room has reached 15% of the room absent, they have to wear their masks again for 2 weeks. And this includes buildings as well. The building I am in is actually having to wear masks for the next 2 weeks. So just be aware that there are a rise in cases right now. We have the powwow coming up, the 22 celebration powwow. I think this is like our 3rd or 4th or maybe even 5th year that we have the celebration honoring our Native American graduates. If you can come Saturday, May 21st, everyone is welcome and invited. It's an awesome time. There is a bike rodeo coming up Saturday as well. So go for a little while to the powwow on May 21st and then go to the bike rodeo. This one is specifically geared towards our Churchill, Hoover, Jefferson students, but everyone is welcome. Silver Lake Park. Our transportation fair is coming up this Saturday from 10 to 1, rain or shine, Hoover and Mighty Oaks. It always gets a really big turnout of the little kids. So if you get a chance, go attend that one as well. We have another Braids, Bikes, and Books events coming up. Although I realize we are calling it Braids, Bikes, Books, and Hair Love this time around. That will be at Riverside on Tuesday, the evening of May 24th. Again, everyone's welcome. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Peach Jar and put the link for Peach Jar in the chat for everyone, just so people are aware. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of Rochester Public Schools, rochesterschools.org page, you will see all the access to social media. So Facebook link, and then at the end, there's a little peach. And if you click on the peach link, it takes you to a screen that looks a little bit like I have here. Peach Jar tells you a lot of what's happening within the school district. And if you look closely under the posters, there's this little teeny mini school. Those are the upcoming events that are happening at schools. So if you're not necessarily interested in the Sylvan Learning brochures and those sort of things, it's a quick way to glance down the list and see which ones are coming directly from the schools. But this is a great resource if you're a family looking to find summer activities. I didn't include all the flyers on this month's district family engagement meeting because there were just so many. But there are lots and lots of upcoming summer opportunities, and Peach Jar is one place to find all of that information. Another place to find some of the information that we have out, of course, is our district family engagement calendar, which we're going to get better and better at promoting and putting out in the world. And I think lastly, that's it. Again, reminding you all of what family engagement is and what we do. And what just happened, right? The school year is ending. Thank you guys all for your participation this year. And I will hang out for a few more minutes if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great end of the school year and enjoy this beautiful weather.